Richard, 71, lives in a cozy house in the suburbs of Denver, Colorado. It's a small house with a large backyard where he grows tomatoes and daisies every summer. In the afternoons, the sun shines on the vegetable beds, the sky is deep blue, the birds chirp in the high branches. But there's one thing that has been troubling Richard for a long time. His memory is starting to fade. There are times when he forgets why he walked into the kitchen. Sometimes he can't remember the name of an old friend he just met last week. Unfinished conversations, items left somewhere and then lost, start to frustrate him. Richard used to be a meticulous and careful accountant. He used to remember every number, every contract deadline, every appointment, no matter how small. But when he turned 70, the absent-mindedness began to appear and made him feel uncomfortable. One morning, while playing checkers with his 12-year-old grandson at the dining table, the boy suddenly looked at him and said, "Grandpa, your brain is like a phone. You probably need a software update." Both of them laughed, but that innocent remark made Richard think for a long time. Yes, the brain is like any other part of the body. It needs to be cared for, exercised, and renewed every day. From that day on, Richard decided not to let his forgetfulness bother him anymore. Instead, he started to learn simple ways to keep his memory sharp and his mind flexible. The first habit he adopted was to do manual work every day. He remembered that when he was young, he loved assembling model ships and assembling puzzles. So he went online to order a 1,000-piece puzzle. Every day, he spent 20-30 minutes carefully searching for each piece, practicing concentration and patience. When he finished a small corner of the painting, he felt a quiet joy, like a small victory for his mind. There were windless afternoons. He sat at the table next to the window, the cool light shining on each piece. His hands moved slowly, his eyes focused, his brain continuously working to find the right position. Gradually, he felt his mind being awakened. The second habit that Richard maintained was to memorize a poem or a short story every week. It didn't have to be long, just an old poem, a few famous quotes, or a small funny story. He wrote those sentences on paper, stuck them on the refrigerator, or left them by his bed to repeat and remember every day. Memorizing not only helped him remember better, but also helped him feel more confident and optimistic. Every time he chatted with friends, he often shared a new famous quote or an interesting joke. Everyone was amazed. Richard has a really good memory these days. And he just smiled, silently thanking himself for being patient. The third habit is something that Richard always values: nutrition. He knows that the brain needs to be nourished with good foods. On his dining table, there are always walnuts, blueberries, salmon, and green vegetables. His simple breakfast is a bowl of oatmeal with a few blueberries, along with a glass of warm water. Every week, he rewards himself with a delicious grilled salmon meal, served with a fresh salad. But he also realizes that maintaining a good memory is not only about adding good habits, but also giving up bad habits. In the past, Richard often skipped breakfast or ate lightly, sometimes just a cup of coffee and a cookie. But he soon realized that skipping breakfast made his mind hazy, his body lacked energy, and he was easily lethargic all day. Now, he always takes the time to prepare a full and light breakfast. The second bad habit he gave up was sitting in front of the TV for hours without moving. Instead, he set a timer, and after every hour of watching TV, he would stand up and walk around the yard a few times, breathe some air, and rest his eyes. These small changes gradually brought about clear results. After a few months, Richard felt his mind was clearer, remembered things better, and was more confident when talking to people. He participated in community activities, played chess with his old friends, and occasionally participated in quizzes at the local church. One Sunday morning, when he told a long joke and the whole group of old friends laughed, he knew he had done the right thing. A sharp memory does not come naturally. It needs to be trained, nurtured, and protected. Richard's story is a gentle reminder that our brains, no matter what age, need care and attention every day. You don't have to do anything too big. Just read a poem every day, do a jigsaw puzzle, eat healthy meals, and spend time talking to your loved ones. If you are listening to this story and sometimes feel like your memory is not as sharp as it used to be, start today. You can take out a notebook and write down the interesting things you learn each day. You can try putting together a puzzle, reading a new article, or simply memorizing a famous quote to share with your friends. Let your brain be updated every day. As the little grandson suggested to Mr. Richard, you will realize that age is just a number, and a clear mind is the precious gift you can give yourself. Thank you for listening to Mr. Richard's story. If you love gentle, positive stories and secrets to living healthy and happy after 60, don't forget to subscribe to the Aging Gracefully channel. See you in the next video, where we will continue to explore the small things that make life more wonderful every day.